used to have to convince people that they need to be online. Now I don't anymore. But it's, so I help them in two ways. One, I build funnels. So I've been doing a lot of that lately, building funnels with Facebook ads and all that good stuff. And the other way that a lot of people are taking advantage now is that I teach people how to be online. So some just wanna go through my Facebook course, which is a 4-week course that I have to learn how to be on Facebook and how to promote themselves. And I have a whole big academy where I teach them everything from social media to building funnels step by step. So that's how I help business owners here and globally.
Thank you for that, Simone. We're going to move on over to your right with Mr. Scott Smith. So Scott, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Scott with Compass Financial, helping individuals and businesses with their investment needs. I work from home, so really not much has changed in my world, but in the financial world, obviously, you know, everybody knows the market's down, but I've actually received, for the first time ever, some customers, clients that are under the age of 30 from LinkedIn. So seek out your social media, you know, like for some money, you know, make sure you're advertising up there and you have a presence, because you never know. It's so true that where you're going to pick up some clients. Thank you.
That's very true, Scott. I mean, you stay top of mind on my LinkedIn. I see a lot of posts coming from you with a lot of information that's valuable. All right, Robin, you are up. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. My name is Robin Carlson, and I'm the owner of Carlson Mobile Notary here in Oceanside. I travel to mutually agreed upon signing locations, which in this past few months has been your patio or your garage or the porch. What I'm finding is that the elderly, the at-home people that are staying at home, and the ones that are actually in facilities are becoming a little bit more freer to get their business done. I was running into a big block where we had signings lined up and they stopped. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. So now I just add to my list of questions is, what do I need to do to be COVID compliant? I always wear my mask with the excuse that you never know where I've been. And it helps to ease the client because this is one of the primary areas is the elderly. And so I want to be able to provide service that they're requiring. And it's kind of fun because a lot of the times I'm the only one that they really come in contact with, even though it's 6 feet and behind a mask. It's still a signing that may have taken a half an hour is now taking closer to 1.5 because there's a lot more chatting. And you know me, I love to chat. So remember me for notary. I'm Robin Carlson with Carlson Mobile Notary. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Robin. All right, Cassie, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at QLN.
Okay, my name is Cassie Carter. I'm with QLN Conference Center. We're in Oceanside. We have space. We rent from a small boardroom all the way up to a huge exhibit hall, and we are in stage 4, so we don't open until then. However, religious groups can gather, and we do have a church, Life Point Church, that meets with us every Sunday. And I have an inquiry on another church that might want to be meeting on Saturday. I don't know for sure. That's the only thing I can do right now is rent for religious groups, you know, I think. Now that's my question, because I don't know. Technically, we are a non-essential business renting out to an essential business, so, or a religious group, which is allowed. What is allowed? So I really don't know. I mean, we're all just so confused, so whatever. But for sure we do rent. We've been renting for Life Point. I mean, this is their house of worship because they have our address listed for, you know, that's where they go all the time. But I don't know. Do you know does anybody know anything about that?
Yeah, Cassie, we do have Stephanie from the county on the call, and perhaps you guys can connect after on your specific situation.
Oh, that would be great, yeah.
Sure, Stephanie will have some information that she's sharing in the chat right now actively, information on their telebriefing, but I'll give her an opportunity as well during the call just to share a brief update. But I think it's great if you guys have specific questions about your industry, to reach out to the county contacts that we have. And Stephanie's been a really great resource with that info. So she's a great point on that.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, it looks like you guys got a little jumbled around, so I'm gonna back up so we don't miss Miss Katie over here. So Katie, go ahead and tell us about yourself and your role at Merrill.
Great, thanks. Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Katie Burns, and I am a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch. I recently relocated to the Oceanside area in April. So it's been an interesting few months for me, but excited to have joined a great team at Merrill Lynch, and we help individuals, families, and small business owners with the full spectrum of financial planning needs. So from investment planning to retirement planning, insurance protection, and even banking needs, as we are a part of Bank of America as well. So excited to have met all of you or meet some new faces this month, and hope to continue to network with you going forward.
Awesome. All right. Next up, I'm going to call on Aaron. If you're ready, Aaron, you can go ahead and tell us your business. All right.
All right. Well, Aaron Gobitis, Go Be Rewarded. We do website, social media, video for about 114 businesses here along the 78 corridor, and just to kind of give you an update of what we've been doing. Some of you may know that we opened the office back up on May 1st, a bit of a controversial decision, but all that work and taking some risks kind of panned out. We got some really good response from the businesses we were working with, and I think it also encouraged some other of my clients to even open up, despite maybe being a little confused as to if they can or if they should. We've actually been expanding a whole lot. I have on the call here, I'm sure you might even call on her next, is Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be her job basically to make sure that we expand, our services to business owners in Oceanside the same way that we're in Vista and San Marcos. As I mentioned, we work with about 114 businesses. Even throughout this whole pandemic, we've probably lost about 8 businesses total. So not as many as I would have thought, or a lot of people would have thought, with everything that's going on. But yeah, we're looking at being as ubiquitous in Oceanside, kind of Carlsbad area, as we are in Vista San Marcos. So that's going to be her job, to make sure that she sits down and has coffee one-on-one in a very socially distanced, very fun, friendly way, or however you guys want to do it, with all of you, and gets to know some more of your contacts, and gets us, you guys already know we do great work. We just want to make sure we do great work for more people.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that, Aaron. And that's actually a great segue into Megan. I know he shared a little bit about you joining the team recently, so I'll give you just a brief opportunity if you'd like to share anything else about yourself that you'd like your fellow members to know.
Sure. I'm Morgan. I am a new sales associate with Go Be Rewarded. So just like Aaron said, we do web design and marketing. So for any company that wants to do websites, social media, videos, Google Ads, to kind of set their company apart from other companies and competitors, that's something that we help all these businesses do, is just reach their target market and grow their business.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to having you guys more involved in the chamber here in Oceanside. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Next up, I'm going to call on Miss Wendy with Freedom Dogs. So Wendy, I've unmuted your mic.
Good morning. Hi. I'm so sorry that I have such a long name. It's Wendy Sabin Lasker. It doesn't fit on in your little box there to some extent. So I'm Wendy. I'm the director of Freedom Dogs. Our organization uses specialty trained dogs, particularly Labrador retrievers, to work with the Marines of Camp Pendleton who are coming back with PTSD and TBI. And as you can imagine, we've not been able to really keep going, although the Marines are able to leave base they're not, at this point, the guys and women that we're working with haven't been able to rejoin us at the center. Nonetheless, we have to keep training those dogs so they don't forget the stuff they've learned. And we are at the training center at least Thursdays with a small group of trainers, and we're Zooming. So that's the only good thing that came out of this, is that we're able to get around the country right now in ways that we never did before. We're really working with Marines all over the country, and it's another way to at least stay connected for the time being. So that's what we're up to, even though I'm alone many days. One of these days I'll invite you to come on over and see the center. I look forward to meeting you.
We look forward to celebrating your grand opening in the near future, Wendy. All right.
Thanks.
Next up, I'm going to call on Carrie. So Carrie, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
So I haven't been to First Coffee for quite some time, so I'm really happy to be back. And I'm Carrie Fasati with CF Designs, and we are a graphic design company, brand marketing. And recently, I was awarded the contract for the Economic Development Department. They launched a Hire Local initiative, which they will pay for the administrative costs, the city will, to send students to Maricosta to the Technical Career Institute. And when they're there, their tuition is paid by a federal grant. So it's totally free for any student to come in and train for 6 months. And then in return, come back into Oceanside and get hired by a Oceanside company. And this is mostly the courses that we are promoting are the biomedical equipment technician, CNC operator and programmer, electronic assembly technician, engineering technology, machinist technology, phlebotomy technician, and welding. So we're trying to get more businesses in these manufacturing jobs to get on board with hiring, and then they will in turn get an incentive as well from the city for hiring these Oceanside graduates. So this is really exciting, and it just launched yesterday. The press release was launched yesterday. And here is the Hire Local. I have a bunch of postcards. I don't know if any businesses, I could drop some off if they would put them in their storefronts or wherever. I would be happy to drop them off to promote this, but we're really excited about it. And it's been great working with Michelle Geller and also Linda from Maricosta Career Technology Institute.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Carrie. And I did just want to point out and show everyone a little bit of your work in our latest issue of the Best of Oceanside Quarterly Journal. So this is actually an ad that Carrie had done for them and worked with us on. And so that is actually, you know, that just got mailed out to the 13,000 residents and businesses here in Oceanside. So quite the reach, but, you know, we're really grateful to have that partnership with the city. And it's just been such a pleasure to work with Carrie on that. So
yes,
thanks.
Thank you for your help. And visit www.hirelocaloceanside.com. And like I said, it just launched just yesterday. We have a video that was produced, website. We'll be sending out newsletters and, you know, postcards throughout the city. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you for that, Carrie. All right, we're going to move on over to Dana with Merrill. So Dana, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Good morning, Oceanside. Dana Albert, financial advisor at Merrill Lynch. Partner Katie Burns and I here to get really deep roots in Oceanside. We found that over the last 5 years that I've been working in the coastal North County area, there's a very high demand for a deep wealth planning advisory team, we believe, for especially the senior communities in coastal North County. But you know, as Katie mentioned, is we do have the power and the resources of a very large bank behind us. So we're not just here to say, hey, you know, get this stock and bond portfolio and make money. And, you know, it's not about that. It's much more planning-based practice. And we find that people are living a heck of a lot longer than they thought they would. And there's a lot of value dollar for dollar in the city of Oceanside and the growing senior community. We feel that we have a lot of value to add to those folks that need that estate planning and financial planning for the next 20 years. So I think you're going to see a lot of Katie and me over the coming years in the area, and just want to be a resource to everybody.
All right, thanks for that, Dana. Next up, I'm going to call on Christopher with Alpha Graphics. Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name's Chris. I'm with Alpha Graphics of Oceanside. It's good to see everyone this morning. I am the business development director for Alpha Graphics, and I work with businesses and help them with their printing, signage, and marketing projects. You know, with COVID, marketing is fundamentally changing the way businesses do business, and so we're just trying to stay proactive and you know, really try to help out companies, especially those that are struggling with getting new business and retaining the clients that they have, and still trying to get their name out there. So we've been really busy, and things have been great.
Thanks for that, Chris. Next up, I'll call on Otis Walton. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Otis.
Good morning, Otis Walton, Colonial Life. I'm agency development manager with my company. We help businesses come up with financial strategies that are not only cost savings, but actually help them with their taxes as well, that lowers their taxes and increases their bottom line. I also help on an individual level, people put together insurance plans for themselves to protect themselves and their families as well. Just been with the company for a little over a year, and our business has been impacted, but on a positive scale. Instead of being face-to-face, we still do face-to-face visits, but our social presence has increased. So we can do things not only face-to-face, but virtually as well. So on a positive note, we're still here and we still can help you with whatever that comes up.
All right, thank you for that, Otis. Next up, I'm going to call on Stephanie from the county. Stephanie, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and possibly give us a brief update if you have one?
Hi everyone, yes, good morning. Thank you for having me. My name is Stephanie Escobar and I am a community health promotion specialist. But during this COVID response, I am helping support the business sector with education and outreach. So I say that to just be very transparent. I am not working on health policy right now, but my team is actively trying to work to maintain the website, and we support a telebriefing. So sorry to bombard the chat inbox, but I just wanted to make sure that those information or resources were available. And thank you, Emerald, for inviting me to join today. We've had a phone call, and I know that during this time is very challenging for everyone in the community, especially businesses. So I thank you all for just welcoming me. And that there's a lot of information. I do get it. There's so much information out there. I don't have all the answers today, but yes, I'm going to add a few more links to the chat box if that's okay with everyone. There was a briefing yesterday held by the Board of Supervisors and Dr. Wooten. And so, yes, our county has now been added to the state monitoring list. We did well for a while, but unfortunately now we're there. So that means the public health order has been updated and effective today. Certain businesses do have to close for 3 weeks. So I'll put those resources in there, but just want to let you know that yes, you know, I'm here to kind of help guide directions or questions to appropriate sources. In the chat box, I did put a link. We are having a telebriefing tomorrow, so I'm not quite sure how many of the Oceanside Chamber members are aware of this or have participated. I mentioned this because it's a really great opportunity to tune in via Zoom. You can also submit questions today, 24 hours in advance. You can go online, submit your questions, and we will have the Chief Resilience Officer present. We will also have a physician present. And what they are trying to do during this 1-hour telebriefing is really take in questions from the business community and do their best to respond or provide some guidance. As we know, during the time, it's very fluid. It is very rapidly evolving. So information is changing from the state, from the county, locally, almost day by day or hour by hour. So thank you again just for having me here. Cassie, I look forward to chatting with you later today. So yes, I'm just here to, kind of be a sponge and help assist however I can. So thank you, Emerald.
Thank you for joining the call today, Stephanie. And, of course, it's important for, entities like yours to just be aware and in tune to what our businesses need here. So it's really important just to have your presence and participation. So we thank you again for that. And once again, feel free to drop whatever links you find helpful to our businesses here in the chat function. And I will be distributing that to you guys after. So thank you for that again. We're going to move on over to Rochelle Gordon. So Rochelle, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business here downtown.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rochelle Gordon, and I own Bliss Tea and Treats. We open Mother's Day weekend, and we are the premier tea room in Oceanside. We're located right downtown at 301 Mission Avenue, pretty close to most of you. And we have a full service tea room, so we offer organic loose leaf teas. We have amazing desserts, sandwiches. So we do high tea as well as you can come in for lunch or just dessert time. We have some special events as well. So you can join us for special events like book club and so forth. So yeah, we are opening in COVID, trying to navigate the changes that are happening. We are planning to do outdoor seating as well as delivery services and curbside pickup. So we're just, adjusting as we go. So any advice or guidance you guys can provide is highly welcomed.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Rochelle. And just so you guys know, if you aren't aware of this, Rochelle is actually selling face masks as well. So if you do need those to go into a business, she can help you out. She's got some really great tea inserts. So they're uncomfortable to wear, but, while you do have to in certain situations, she's got a great solution for that if you're looking for one. So once again, Rochelle, did you share your location yet, Rochelle? If you guys have a brick and mortar, share that in the chat function, by the way, just so people know where you guys are located.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Yep, of course. And we're going to move on over to James at the top here. James, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role at your business.
Hi, I'm Jim Pruitt. I work for America's Publisher. I'm the project manager. We print the Military Appreciation Resource magazine for Camp Pendleton. Here's a copy of it right here. I can move it around a little bit so everybody can see it. This is the July issue. We just published this issue. We print 20,000 copies. It's direct mail to all the base housing. We distribute them at the hospital. We have a contract with MCCS. They put them in the Marine Marts and the exchanges, and we deliver them to Wounded Warrior all over, just about everywhere on Camp Pendleton. So for all you guys, if you want to advertise in this, go to americaspublisher.com and click on the Camp Pendleton magazine. When you get to the overview page, you'll see all the blue buttons on the left with all the information. And if you click on the cover, you can go page by page through the magazine. Thank y'all.
All right, thanks for that, Jim. Next up, I'm going to move on over to Ms. Candace. So Candace, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Okay, well, Candace Sari, CPA, and I'm just working with the never-ending tax season this year. And there's a lot of new acronyms this year: PPP, EIDL, CARES Act. And as long as I've been doing this, I think this is the first time mid-tax season there's actually been a new tax law enacted that supersedes some of the things that maybe I had even done in preparation of some of my prior tax clients' tax returns. So one example is they eliminated with the new TCJA Act of 2018, the ability to take net operating losses and carry them back, but they've changed that temporarily. So I was able to, at a tough time for a client, go in and go back to 18 and 19, and we were able to go back 6 years that use kind of a simple form for amendment that they guarantee if you fax it in, you get your money in 90 days. So we found a way to bring him in $20,000. So, I mean, I've been struggling a little bit, keeping busy trying to just keep up and educated in the tax law changes and see where I can't, incorporate that with my clients, as well as, now we've got PPP forgiveness, to be working on at this point in time, but they've kind of loosened up the requirements and stuff, so that isn't quite the challenge that it was going to be. Sorry, I took a little extra time. I'm going to have to leave the meeting a little early, so I don't think I'd be here for the next round, but just wanted to make everybody aware of that point if that's where you end up. Or it's also effective for 2020 if you find yourself now in a loss for 2020. It's kind of a simplified way to go ahead and well, 2020 you'll be able to just skip that, but we'll see. What can I say? Talking too much, I'm rambling. Take care and good luck. And if you haven't filed your taxes, July 15th is the first day. Always the extension.
All right, thank you for that, Candace. Next up, I'm going to call on Joey. So Joey, tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Emerald. Joey Houston with MedRev. We are a medical revenue management. We've been open since 2015, and we've been lucky enough to stay alive during these times. We do everything under one umbrella for medical practices. We do billing, coding, HIPAA compliance, customer retention, a lot of boring stuff, I'm sure. But we've also been able to add a couple of things during COVID, which are PPEs, personal protective equipment, such as KN95s, face shields, gowns, gloves, all that fun stuff, as well as rapid COVID testing. So you get results within 10 minutes. It's an antibody test. And I've put my mobile testers, so help out businesses that are having a hard time. I just found out through right now that businesses have had to close since last night. Restaurants have had to close. So I'm hoping that things can change, or I could at least do my part in helping these restaurants open back up. Because I'm sure it's not easy, but like I said, I'm hoping I can help these guys. So anyways, Joey Houston with MedRev.
Well, thank you for that, Joey. And that's a great segue into our second round here. So a lot of you have, already shared some of the changes you've made in your business over the past couple months, or really just how you're doing business now. So in this round, what we really need to hear as a group is if you can share just one thing that we can do to help you in your business right now, what would that be? And for some of you, that might be you trying to grow your social media following. Some of you are trying to get more qualified reviews on your Yelp pages from clients that you've had, and they just haven't done that follow through and left you your reviews. It could be that you're trying to grow your YouTube channel or bring in a different type of clientele. Maybe you're offering a different service and you need help promoting that. Or maybe there's a concern in an area that's affecting you. So right now is a chance for you to share just that. If there's one thing on your mind that your chamber staff or your fellow members can help you out with, this is your time to share that. So I'll open it up to see if we have a volunteer. I know that's some food for thought for some of you. So if anyone has anything, just a quick hand would do. We'll just start, going in our rounds again. Okay, I think I saw Robin's hand first. and then I'll jump back to you after Aaron. So Robin, go ahead and share, just once again, that one thing we can do to help your business right now, or if there's something on your mind that we could be working on to help advocate for you.
Okay, thank you. I think the biggest thing that's on my mind that I hear is people, when they call me to see if I'm working, because we still need notary service. We still need to do the pension letters, to do your movement of your stocks, this kind of thing, to get your trust organized, to get your loan less mortgage. So the biggest ask that I have right now is to let your clients know that I am still working. There's a conception that we're not essential, and how do I find a notary? And if you go to your local UPS stores, they're not always there. They're not always available. So that's one thing that I'm asking today, is to just let your clients know that there is notary service, mobile notary service, and I am compliant, like I said before, on the patio or whatever. So that's the biggest thing I think that we can do for me and for your clients, is to still provide this service and let them know they're not forgotten. And if they just need a social hug through the mask, I'm your gal. Robin Carlson, Carlson Mobile Notary. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that, Robin. And then I saw Aaron's hand go up. So Aaron, I'd like to give you an opportunity to share anything that's on your mind, or if you have one thing we can do to help your business right now.
Yeah, so I want you guys to think back to last time you heard a business owner, a friend, or a family member say the words, we're a word of mouth company, or we spread by word of mouth. And I think that's a very pertinent thing right now. Everybody's not trying to spread stuff with their mouths nowadays, so that's actually kind of dying out. Anybody who said that, hey, we're a word of mouth, we spread by word of mouth, that is not the way business is done anymore. And I've been saying that for the last 5 years, but now it's actually, basically a guideline right now. So if you guys know of anybody who has a, word of mouth business, or that's how it spreads, I'd love to invite them to the office to meet my team, check out our studio, and I could sit down with them and kind of guide them through the whole way to get new business now, which is online, and it may not be a business they thought was a big online thing, but they're struggling right now, so we can get them up and running with a new website, marketing campaign, video, everything like that in 4 to 6 weeks, so we can get them up before the third restrictions come through.
All right. Anybody else have anything on their mind? Or okay, Simone, go ahead.
Yes, just a note on that, Aaron. I love that. And but I always said that social media is word of mouth and on steroids, right? We know that, right, Aaron? But anyway, so yes, I have one thing that so I just started my YouTube channel a couple months ago. And if I'm gonna put the link here, if you could subscribe so I can get to 100 likes and subscribers, because YouTube don't even look at you if you don't have at least 100 subscribers, and I appreciate it. I do talk about marketing and how to promote yourself online. That's what I share typically. But I want to give you guys something. So one of the things that is happening a lot now is that I teach my students is a great way to get visibility is to get on a podcast, to get interviewed in a podcast. It's so good. All my students that do that, they end up getting leads from the podcast, and that goes for any kind of business, like any type of business. So, and I have a guide that I give my students. So if you want to get that guide, let me know. I can send it to you for free. It's, if you really follow all the steps in that guide, you're going to get interviewed on the right podcast. So just drop your email here and just let me know, and I'll send it to you. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you for that, Simone. And just to share, the chamber is actually looking into starting our own podcast. So we'd love any information you have to send on that. That way we can make it effective and create value for you guys. So I'll just open it back up. If anyone else has anything on their mind, or you have that one thing that we can do right now to help your business. Okay, Otis, go ahead and share.
Understand that this is how simple it is. Your car insurance is mandatory. Your homeowners and your renters insurance is mandatory. But what's not mandatory is insurance on yourself, which I feel as a human being, the most important thing is yourself. Protect yourself. Whether this works for you or not, spread the word. It might work for someone else. You might be fully covered. You might not have enough coverage. A lot of people fall into the category of being undercovered. So if you have any kind of questions or concerns, I'm here to answer them. And if I can't answer them, I have a team that's backing me that can get you the answer that you need. So whether it's business or individual, I just want to let you know that we're here.
Okay, thank you for that, Otis. All right, let's see, who else has something to share? We've got Wendy with a hand up. Go ahead, Wendy.
So my organization was 100% volunteer run until me. I'm its very first employee, and I feel a tremendous responsibility to them to help an organization that has sustained itself for 14 years to keep on keeping on. There are visions to expand, to work with other military branches beside the Wounded Warrior Battalion that we're currently working with. And so part of that, make a long story short, I thank Emerald for having a good conversation with me about social media. I'm listening to what everyone's saying. We do have a social media campaign right now, and I will be ready with lots of great material. I somehow have to get it out there to people who might be interested in cause marketing. So I'm going to use the only term that I know, or understanding that I know. I see Candace just raised her hand, either to me or to you, Emerald. But the idea would be doing well by doing good. And I would really like to get together with a couple of organizations that want to get in front of our donors, a remarkable group of people who need their money managed, and help us get some future donors. I'm after an endowment at some time to let this organization keep going. So if you have any thoughts about that, any way to work with me or suggest people you think I should talk to who want to do well by doing good with us. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, if you can think of one way that we can help, send business your way or help you not just survive but thrive during this times, what would that be for you, Carrie?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, well, I know specifically at this moment, you guys have been helping me promote the Hire Local initiative. So I know there's a few avenues that I would like some help with in promoting it that we've talked with before a month ago or so. So yeah, that would help a lot at this time for my business.
Okay. And part of those, guys, so you're aware, we'll be doing some promotions through our social media platforms. So as you see those, keep Carrie in mind that she had put a lot of work behind that. So with you sharing that, you're not just supporting the project and the great program that it is, you're also supporting a small business owner like Carrie, who's able to continue her livelihood throughout these challenging times. So just a little reminder on that. Katie.
Thank you, Emerald.
Of course. Katie, if you could think of one way we can help you in your role at Merrill, what would that be? Oh, it looks like.
So I think.
Can you hear me okay now? Okay, try again.
Okay, can you hear me okay now?
Okay, one more time. Third time's a charm.
Sorry about my audio is going a little in and out. Can you hear me?
It's just your
okay.
A little off. We can hear the audio.
Okay, sorry about that. Well, I'll make it quick. Just, these times we're going through now, I think I've brought to light that it's really important for people to have a plan in place. And I think more people are thinking about that. So what makes it a little bit tougher for us right now is just getting the word out and getting in front of people who might need those, that help with planning. Who doesn't have a plan of them or their needs right now, and could let us know, we're always happy to help and have that conversation. So appreciate passing the word along that we're available for them.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that, Katie. Chris has a hand up. Chris, if you can think of one way we can help you, or if you have something on your mind as a concern, go ahead.
I better say something quick. My battery's dying on my laptop, so I might disconnect. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of businesses and marketers right now holding off action and thinking that things, might go back to normal in the next couple of months. And, that could be a long time to wait or to put any type of marketing on hold. Likely companies aren't going to be able to go back to their old playbook. And so messaging and I would say even product strategy might need to significantly evolve for the realities of this post-COVID world that we're going to see. So the one thing that, would be to get businesses to understand that being dynamic and adapting, if you're not being dynamic and adapting, then you're going to be falling behind. And so I would like to see more businesses, like if you haven't tried something, suppose like direct mail, give that a shot, try to be creative. We've increased our marketing budget here by about 40%. And some of the businesses I work with that are being successful, that are seeing success right now, have done the same. And I see it working for them. And so I wanted to mention that.
Of course, thank you for that. We've got Morgan with the hand up. Go ahead, Morgan.
Just to piggyback off that, at Go Be Rewarded, we have been seeing that too. Just businesses understanding that their online presence is really important. So going into like the Google Ads package or social media, because everything is so different right now. So to promote their company, and even to show how they're complying with COVID, is something that we offer, just to keep updated to their clients. This is what we're doing. We're still open, or this is how you can help our small business, is something that's really important, and what we've been helping with our clients change and update.
Thank you for that, Morgan. All right, anyone else have a concern to share? If there's one thing we can do to help you. I see James has his hand up. Go ahead, James.
Hi, everyone. This is our next issue is October of this year. This is the July issue that I have here. My mission is to put your product and your company name in front of the Marines on Camp Pendleton. So we do have we have classified advertising in the back of the magazine, and you can go all the way up to display ads, whatever your needs are. Just give me a call. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that, Jim. Next up, I'm gonna call on Joey. Excuse me, I know you had shared that you had some new services. So if you can think of a way that our chamber members can help you in those efforts, please share that.
Thank you. So I'm looking for a business, and especially after hearing the news, like I said earlier, restaurants, wineries having to, reclose. I'm looking for a business that wants to, have the opportunity to reopen and actually feel confident and know that they're safe, their employees are safe. With the PPEs and the rapid COVID testing, I can offer that. I actually go to businesses. I have a few scheduled this week and next week already, where I'm actually going into their business and I'm testing their employees and anyone else in the building who would like to get tested. So I'm making myself mobile. I'm making myself available to businesses, so they don't have to set aside time for employees to go and get tested. I think this would be a great way to help our local businesses in the communities reopen, knowing that they're negative or they're safe, they're keeping their customers safe. It would really go a long way, and that's what businesses really need, is that confidence right now. And everything's up in the air. It's not to say that you get tested today, you'll be negative, and then tomorrow you're positive, but at least you can report back to your employers, say this is what's going on, and your employers can keep track of, what they need to do moving forward.
All right, thank you for that, Joey. So if you guys know anyone that's looking for that rapid testing, she does have a different test. So, it's a lot more convenient if they're looking for that route. I think I missed Rochelle in the beginning here. If Rochelle, if you can share just that one thing, that if you can think of anything we could do to help support your business right now, or if there's a concern you have to share with the group.
Well, my concerns are obvious, right? Because we're a restaurant space. So I think you guys are already aware of that. But I think what the group can do is actually the word of mouth, right? So sharing about Bliss Tea and Treats. If you guys have not come in, feel free to come in and see us and have some tea, eat lunch, have high tea. I also think one of the things that we've done on a regular basis is we go live on Facebook at the beginning of our business day, and we share our specials, and we find that has been helpful. So if you can join our Facebook group or Instagram and share our post, we find that that's also very helpful. A lot of people that join and share our post, they actually come in and they have a good experience with us. So I think that's one of the most effective tools that we found, is using social media, but having others share what we're putting out there. So that would be the one ask that I have of all of you. Thank you.
Looks like I muted myself. Rochelle. So I think I've covered everyone. Did you get a chance to share anything on that round? I know, Katie, we heard from her with Meryl, but Dana, did you have an opportunity to share as well? I want to make sure we're not missing anyone here.
You know what? I'll just ask one thing, right? I'm not a really big social media guy, but what I've tried to do is my role with Meryl is to be more real, right? That's why I'm wearing a hat. I'm wearing a t-shirt, right? I'm not in a stuffy suit. I hate wearing a suit. So I really find that people really like to connect personally. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my Instagram page here. And my ask would be to just check it out. Maybe follow me and just know that I'm not all business. I do a lot outside of those stuffy financial walls, in the community of Oceanside. I'm an avid golfer, and I love giving back to the community through golf events and other charitable endeavors. So connect and get to know me personally. That's my ask.
All right, thanks for that, Dana. And always a message to share is during this time. I think I've shared this on almost every call. I love seeing your backgrounds on here, getting in tune to what's going on with your life and how you're doing business now. I think it really does humanize it, and I think we'll definitely be on a better track with our business happenings if we do them in such a conscious way, going forward. So with that, I'd like to give each of you the opportunity, if you have any announcements. For the sake of time, we'll share those in just the chat function for right now, and I'll be distributing those after. So if you'd like to take a couple minutes, and if you have any business promotions, excuse me, or any virtual events you have happening, go ahead and share those. Or like I just said, go ahead and share your personal platforms if you guys would like to connect on that level as well. And I'll just share a couple brief announcements that we have from the chamber. So this week we'll have a Career Affairs Forum where we're hearing from Blue Star families, and that is running virtual. That's happening on Thursday. And on Friday, since we do still have the dine-in on the patio service available for our restaurants. Our intention is to still host our Plates for 8 this Friday. I'll have to take a look at my roster still to see how full we are, but I may have a spot or two if any of our members here on the call are interested in joining. And to be clear, this would be, excuse me, our first in-person event since, gosh, back in February. So I'm really excited, and we're playing by our businesses, rules and restrictions. So we want to make sure they can still operate safely. So we do ask people to be wearing masks as they enter on site, but we are, planning on eating in a family style setting. So if you're comfortable doing that, we have a couple tables that are, properly distanced, but we won't be wearing masks at our table, and we'll have an opportunity to talk as a group in that setting. So if you're eager to get back to in-person networking, please contact me after. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, and even how you feel we can do that in a safe way, because we want to take that feedback from you guys and what you're most comfortable with. But with that, it looks like we have a couple things still coming in on the chat function, so I'll leave that on for you guys. But oh, Aaron, did you have something to add there?
Yeah. Let me see. Okay? I'm unmuted. Okay. Yeah. So I actually just wanted to promote on July 21st. We're actually just going to be releasing this later today, but TJ Crossman, Council Member Joe Green, and my company are going to be sponsoring at Wildwood Crossing, which is a restaurant here in Vista. We're actually going to be having a free community unity dinner. So it is free to come in. We can actually have, I think throughout the night, it's going to be from 4 to 8 on the July 21st. Come in, get a free meal. We'll try to follow guidelines as much as possible here, but it's mainly just, I think everybody's been kind of divided on this whole thing. I know a lot of people who follow me on social media. You can, you can hear everybody's a little bit angry now and everything, but we just want the community to get together, be unified, and, just enjoy a meal. Or as TJ Crossman said, just shut up, sit down, and eat. So, hopefully we can see you guys there. If you want some more information on it, either email me or Morgan, but you'll start seeing this promoted here. And I think we'll just have to have you'll have to reserve a spot ahead of time. But yeah, we're expecting it to be a really fun event.
That's awesome, Aaron. If you guys are having vegan options, I'm totally in.
Yeah, there will be vegan there.
Awesome. Well, that's good to know. Well, thank you so much for all of you taking the time to join us this morning. We know that you all have really busy schedules. So for the sake of time, we'll go ahead and wrap up the call. For those of you that registered on the website, or if you've shared your contact information in the chat function, I'll be sharing that chat with you after. So if for some reason you don't get it by end of business day, please reach out to me because it may just be in your junk, but I might have missed you. So thanks again, and we hope that you'll join us for the next one. Stay tuned for more on our website, guys. Take care.